It's Charlie. Welcome to the live drive 21 Volkswagen Jetta. It's actually not to make it here. Nathan behind the camera. We're going to spend the next hour or so Volkswagen's compact sedan. Now, so far, I've actually been really happy driving this thing around. It's got good fuel economy. We got 47 miles per gallon on the highway. It's I think it looks decent. Turn these lights on here. You know, are they on?
Nope. Yep.
You got these cool LEDs that go around, kind of makes for a characteristic look. It's a pretty nice interior. Oh wow, our signal's garbage here. We might need to move soon. So let's hop in the car, see if we can go somewhere where our signal is a little bit better. It's a pretty nice interior. Oh, wow. So for some of you that were in a little bit early and knew we had a little bit of technical issues, that was actually just the Wendy's drive-thru messing up our order. We got to eat so that we have energy for these live drives. So Wendy's finally got their stuff right, and Nathan and I had just enough time to down a quick burger and then get on the live drive. So we're gonna be eating a little bit. You guys want a little bit more of a casual live streaming experience. This thing is so quiet, you can barely tell it's running right now. Just a little 1.4 liter engine. Turbocharged. So Nathan's gonna be reading some chats, letting us know who's here. I think I saw Pittsburgh Man was up near the top, one of our members. Shout out to the Pity. Who else we got in the chat, Nathan?
We have...
I think I saw Zarif in there. Hello, Zarif.
Dario, A Safari,
Do some
Pittsburgh
POV.
Man.
A Safari is one of our members as well. Shout out. Pittsburgh Man. Oh, that was a tough one right there. Check out this gauge cluster that Volkswagen has. Pretty neat. It's this digital deal that they've been doing in a lot of their upper level cars. Very reconfigurable. Move it around and get more of a traditional gauge. Lots of different menus and page options. Everyone who's in the chat.
Now we have Moran.
Hey Moran, good to have you in.
Sub S. Safari's.
Ah, understandably, we were too.
Says hello.
Moran.
Saeed says hello. EQS.
Subeeks, we call him.
Subeeks. He loves the new Jettas.
I've been impressed, I really have. Nathan's not a huge Volkswagen fan, and I do agree that you need to check out some of the Korean competitors, and honestly, the competitors too. The new Civic's very good. The Nissan Sentra is really good. Volkswagen resting on their laurels. They've got a decent. Bumps were going, Nathan. I mean, it pretty darn well. That's out $30,000, but
yeah,
a little bit better signal. It's not exactly a sportsmobile. Who's going to put a lot of miles on in a compact car, doesn't want to spend a lot of money, but get really good features. I mean, this thing's got cooled seats. That's something you do not see in this
cooled
class very much.
seats.
Right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, I like this a little bit more now.
One thing I don't like is it's got that stupid thing where you have to click to open the fuel compartment, the fuel door.
Oh, that thing.
And not only that, but it's on the other side of the car. So if you go over to the gas pump and you go to fill up and then you realize you didn't click it, you have to walk all the way back around.
Why is that a thing?
Security, so people can't siphon your gas. But the more robust cars just make it so when the car's locked, the pump's locked. When your car is unlocked, then the thing's unlocked.
My car, you can just stick a thing in there anyway.
That's because your car.
I want you to say yes?
Yeah. They're making it easy for criminals.
Literally though, my car, there's no gas cap. It doesn't stick anything in there.
Yeah.
If you're listening and you're a robber, don't do that, please.
Nathan needs all the gas he can get with his Taurus SHO. It's thirsty. It's hard driving a boat around on a daily basis. 2 Delta airplanes today. What is going on? On a double duty.
It's also hard to read when the car's bouncing.
Give Alyssa enough reading.
Pittsburgh Man. This or the K5?
Ooh, this. 5. I think it's over. I think the interior one we drove was a little cheap. You were with us with the K5.
Yep, I was actually.
It had a few cool things for me. It's not that it's a bad car. I just more mature German look than the K5. What else?
That's it.
Oh, okay. Now, hopefully we've got a little bit... Man, our signal's really bad. Maybe it's because we're streaming off my phone for this one, or maybe it's because the Volkswagen also has a hotspot. Maybe it's conflicting, but we have really, really poor connection. Maybe, let's see, let's put that there. Let's take a look at the Volkswagen's actually really good infotainment. It's nice how Volkswagen kind of builds it in rather than just slapping something up on the dash. Let's go to settings. Let's see, if you wanted to connect to the hotspot, how would you do that? Menu, CarNet maybe?
Enrollment.
Nope. That doesn't look like something we want to do. Well, all we can do is hope that our signal improves a bit, but not looking great right now. Let's hop out and take a look at it. Ugh. I also like how Volkswagen includes on its keys start. A lot of brands aren't doing that anymore. So you're not a big fan of the looks?
Looks boring.
Yeah, I agree. Volkswagens typically do.
It's almost kind of boring / overstyled.
Overstyled?
Yeah, like it there, like it's
a lot of creases.
It's busy yet somehow still manages to be boring.
Yeah, I like the looks of it. I think it looks clean. If you don't like chrome, that's a lot of chrome going on the grill. One thing I don't care for is how Volkswagen does these little lug nut caps that if you want to change the wheels, you gotta yank each one of those out.
Those are annoying.
Yep.
I don't know what the point is. They look bad and
I know. I would rather just have lug nuts. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's like when brands try to make like a big fake fancy exhaust pipe or something. It's like, just be honest with yourself.
I do like the rear end of it a bit more than the front.
Yeah, the rear is a little simpler.
Yeah.
It's nice smooth deck lid.
Let's look in the trunk. Whoa. That pops up fast.
Yeah. Pretty basic trunk.
Yeah. There's nothing.
No pockets. You can't even get up under here. Well, actually you can. There's your compact spare, some tools.
You got your hood defense system.
Drive around with that. Beat people. Not in that way, but.
Now, should we do the Nathan signature trunk test?
Let's see. Could you fit a body?
Ugh.
You get your legs over there, right? There you go.
We go.
You actually look like you got a decent.
What did we have last time I was here?
I can't remember.
Oh, it was the M5.
Oh yeah.
That had a much comfier trunk than this.
All right, let's hop into the back seat. Ugh. Well, we might try restarting things since it looks like our signal's still not very good. Oh, Nathan, do you have your phone?
I do.
All right, I need it for comments.
Hang on. Comments. Where'd you go?
Right here. Give me your phone.
Oh, you're right there. Here you are.
Thank you. All right. What do we got here? This competes with the Forte, not the K5. Yes, that is true. Signal not being nice. Food's tasty. Could probably fit Alyssa in there too. Yeah, you're right. All right, well, we're gonna try a quick restart of the system and see if we can maybe make out a little bit better signal, because it is not looking. All right, well, we're gonna try this and see if it's any better. So we're gonna keep an eye on the stream quality, but we are back with the 2021 Volkswagen Jetta. What's going on in the comments? We're gonna see if the quality drops at all once the car turns on, and see if it's the car's hotspot, because we have had interference like that before.
Is that where you left off?
Yes. Yep, so nothing then. All right, cool. Let's do a little, let's start it up again and see what we got going on with these gauges. Volkswagen's doing a pretty cool job with their digital gauge setup. Looks like our signal's maintaining better as well. So you got your normal gauges like this, if that's what you want. And then you can go through various center screen things. Car data, things like that. And then you got your navigation stuff. Once that gets going, and you can change the overall view like this, and then once it finally loads, we'll have a pretty neat nav screen. Oh, maybe not. I thought it does the whole map, but
maybe this doesn't have that option.
Yeah, either that or maybe there's a way to do that or something, but it will show you your elevation, which is kind of neat. You can go through, oh, here we go, display map. There. I mean, that's kind of cool. That's not something you get in this class, really. So, definitely neat to see that. And as we were saying earlier, a lot of good stuff going on with the infotainment as well. Very responsive. Good refresh rate. I mean, when you're talking this class of car, you got your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, both wireless, along with wireless device charging, and some new USB Type-Cs for 2021. Let's hop out and do another quick look. You can feel free to interrupt me with comments at any point, Nathan.
This is from Safari. Any recommendations for an affordable day-to-day crossover / SUV?
Used or new?
For the wifey.
Okay, we'll see if he says used or new, and we can go from there. Little motor, just 1.4 liters.
There's no engine cover either.
No, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's refreshing.
Good to see everything. Like a lot of injector noise.
Yeah, you can hear him clicking and tapping away. Valves and everything.
It's a very modern looking engine too.
Clean. Be easy to work on. There's so much space around everything.
It's so smooth.
Right. You can do spark plugs in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Oh wait, we could use the hood prop.
Yeah. By the time you get it and everything. You want to go around back for an exhaust clip?
Sure. All right, let's hear this shoebox make a noise. It definitely exists, but if you took the mufflers off, it would sound good.
Look at this, everyone. While I was doing that for Nathan, on the gauge, it popped up and said, just wait. Just wait, see if it comes back. Come on. It's not doing it anymore. Huh. It popped up on the gauge with a little warning that said eco tip, don't press the gas while stationary. But it wouldn't do it anymore. I was trying to get it to do it again. Cool. Alright, well, we got some comments to catch up on?
For the day-to-day car, I'm looking for under 50,000 kilometers, and for my wife's car to be a showroom model, so under 10,000 max.
Well, wait. Be a showroom model under $10,000?
Miles, I think he's referring to.
Oh, or kilometers or something?
Yeah, or yeah, can.
Look at this cool Audi Q3. I like that color. But he didn't say used or new?
Nope. I think he's referring to used, but lightly used.
Oh, well, yeah, because he said under 50. Yeah. Well, what would you recommend? Kia Stinger is cool.
SUV slash.
Slash crossover?
Yeah. Or no, he said car. Yeah.
So, Kia Stinger?
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
What are your opinions on the Dodge Charger? Like, just insecure man truck coming by.
I mean, if you want a boat.
Well, as a fellow boat owner, what do you think?
Not a good idea unless it's a SRT or an RT.
Very insecure man.
Oh, he's a Spartan fan too. Makes sense.
What other? I mean, honestly, Honda Accord's a pretty good call.
Honda Accord, but Kia Stinger would be cool as something more interesting.
Yeah.
What about some SUVs?
Ooh.
Tesla.
Well, yeah, Tesla's always a good call, though it'd be hard to get one relatively affordable. How about a very late model year, good condition, maybe off lease or something, Infiniti FX35.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, or whatever they called it. I think
I don't think they do it.
QX70.
I don't think they do it anymore.
They did up until just a few years ago.
Huh.
QX70, because it was confusing because the QX80 was the biggest, and then the QX60 was bigger than the QX70. So it went like biggest, not very big, bigger, and then smaller.
Yeah, I don't understand. Whatever that size is, Infiniti.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Whatever one was the FX.
Or just get an FX35.
Right.
Those are cool.
But that's the same thing as the QX70 is what I'm saying.
It is.
They changed the name when they changed everything to QX.
At least you could get a FX45.
Right.
That'd be cool. V8.
Mm-hmm.
Those sound awesome when you take the mufflers off.
Really. What else we got going on?
Zarif says he loves the exhaust.
Ah, good. Is that it?
Pretty much.
I'm gonna let this truck go. You know, I could make it in front of him, but I figure let's not make his day any more difficult. It's so elegant seeing one of those go through a roundabout.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get on it a little bit, shall we? Put it into sport mode. There's sport, eco, normal, and custom.
The gauge goes red.
Yeah. And there's actually ambient lighting in this car, but I don't think you can change the colors.
Why?
I know.
I don't get it.
I know.
My Taurus, and you can get a 2009 Focus with ambient lighting that you can cycle through.
I do appreciate that this car doesn't have paddle shifters. I think it's silly when non-sporty cars have paddle shifters, but you can at least still go like that and then manually shift. Let's get my gauges back up here. Doesn't hold gears, so there you go, Moran. Even if you're in manual mode like this, it still shifts for you. No rev limiters.
What are the horsepower numbers on this?
Don't ask, don't tell sort of situation.
Huh.
I think that it's like 140. But it's got a decent amount of torque, so it still kind of pulls. I feel like it's enough for the size of car. I don't know, someone can look. Honestly, in littler cars like this, I care less about the horsepower numbers because it's more like how does it feel in real life. You know, someone can come and say, oh, this car has 190 horsepower.
So many reviews are so focused on just the actual like numbers themselves rather than how they actually are.
Right. It can come down to weight and transmission, wheel horsepower,
aerodynamic.
There's so this motor. Like it as much as the naturally aspirated 2-liter, but I think it's fine. Yeah. And you don't have a CVT, so a lot of people appreciate that.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
What's how many gears does this have?
I think it's an 8-speed. To be honest, I don't know. I'll have to double check.
Or you could just go like that and shift.
Well, we'll do that on the highway when we're at high enough speed. Jetta.
Safari says he was looking at some EVs or hybrids to save some fuel since my girlfriend's been eating out of my wallet. Or no, his GT's been eating out of his wallet with the current gas prices.
GT? Like Ford GT? Or like GT350?
Or GT Mustang.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that could be too.
Or a
Stinger GT.
There's a lot.
A lot of GTs. It's a, maybe it's a Maserati GT Gran Turismo. Well, what are some more eco-y type of SUVs or larger cars? You can get an Infiniti M56 and a hybrid.
Could get a Prius.
You could. And a Prius V. RAV4 hybrid.
Could
Honestly a decent car.
get Tesla, of course.
Yeah. Or a Mustang Mach-E.
A Bolt.
There you go. Yeah, get a, well, it's big enough. Get a
That's
Bolt.
a trooper right there, by the way.
Oh, officer. Excuse me. I'm not going to run this red then. What else is going on in the comments?
Moran says he went to the garage to pick something from the car and came back right now, and my dog just destroyed my laptop.
Oh boy, it's time for you to destroy the dog.
And now the trooper's gone. We might actually get to do some skirting.
That's really unfortunate. Nathan, what would you do if your dog destroyed your laptop?
Well, it depends on how it happened.
Yeah.
If it was just out of pure rage and for no reason, then it's probably unmentionable things. Alright.
Anything else?
Zarif says the RAV4 hybrid is his favorite. Ooh, there's a Taurus up there.
Yeah, honestly, the RAV4 hybrid is not a bad choice, especially the newer ones. This car has a decent amount of grip. Ooh, Charger behind us. Can we race him?
Yeah, the one time we don't have actually something interesting.
Right. So let's see how many gears we got. Yep, it's an 8-speed. That's what I thought. Alright, Mr. Charger, let's go. Looks like it might be an SRT too.
How stable is it on the highway at higher speeds?
Honestly, it's a really good highway cruiser. It's decently comfortable. I like the feel of the steering wheel. It's a nice steering weight.
Expect nothing less from the Germans.
Right, I mean this thing's made to do the Autobahn, so it's got to be able to go fast at higher speeds. This way.
It's got to be able to go fast at higher speeds.
You're right. Be stable at higher speeds. And the engine doesn't sound awful. There are certainly small motors like this that sound worse. It doesn't really seem like they put in any piped-in engine
Yeah,
sound
that's
either.
nice. It's just honest.
Right. For your safety, this menu is not available while driving. I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Yeah.
Typical Germans telling us what to do. How we should live our lives.
We got comments?
Nope, nothing new.
Alright. Cool, well maybe we should do a little 0 to 60 launch. Now, I can't find a way to turn off traction control. Do you have any recommendations?
Try holding down the mode button.
Doesn't seem to be doing
it. Yeah, I have no clue.
What is this? Lane assist, blind spot monitor, rear traffic alert. No. Because the traction control definitely does kick in and it stunts it quite a bit.
What's E mean?
Oh, it must be an eco mode.
Oh.
Like I hit the drive button selector. E for eco, D for drive, I guess. But this thing's just such a good daily cruiser. Just get in and go. It's taking these bumps well because they didn't put some ridiculous large tire on here.
It is a very common sense feeling car.
Yeah. Yeah, I really appreciate that Volkswagen didn't do any of their stupid haptic feedback things like they did with the Arteon and the ID4. Did not care for those at all. But you know, another cheap Volkswagen that I drove recently was that new Taos, and that's honestly pretty good too. So it's almost like Volkswagen's getting good at building cheap, kind of daily driver type cars. But I've not been a fan of their more expensive cars.
What about their Audis?
Well, we had that RS6, and that was, I actually grew to like that a decent bit. Steering was nice and light. I didn't care for the infotainment, or the climate control touchscreen, but other than that, it was a decent car. And obviously crazy fast. Alright, let's do a little 0 to 60.
It's decently uphill right here.
Yeah. It's not like it's gonna be that fast
All right,
anyway.
get out the timer.
Better be in sport mode, because you know that matters. Everyone in my... Oh, no, just kidding. I thought a car was coming.
All right, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
So, not exactly a rocket ship, but it's not the end of the world. It's a Jetta.
See the glass shaking when we go over bumps like that.
So what would you take, this or the new Civic? Yeah? You like the looks of the new Civic?
Like the looks and Japanese reliability plus VTEC.
That's fair. Although I don't know if the new Civic has VTEC because it's a turbo motor.
Oh. Plus I'm more of a... When it comes down to this price point, usually I'd like to go Japanese rather than German.
Okay.
And especially because I would never buy new, I'd buy used.
Sure.
And in years, I don't see all this technology holding up that well.
Well, the new Civic has a digital gauge cluster as well.
That's Japanese.
Yeah, you're right. Fair enough. This or the Nissan Sentra. Both fairly slow, although you can get the Jetta GLI, obviously.
I'm going to have to go with...
Probably lean toward the Sentra too, but you know me here at Daily Motor, not a big Nissan fan, so...
Sentra's just more interesting to me.
Yeah, I think the Jetta is just like for the Passats, for people who kind of want just something simple. So.
It's simple, but it's almost not simple in a way.
Yeah, I suppose.
You got all this technology here. You got a digital gauge cluster.
Right, that's a good point. But the driving experience, I mean, everything just makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I said. All right, let's take a look at some comments on here. I can also view them. I have that technology. It's fast and efficient. I mean, if you call that fast, I don't know if you want to. Blah, 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 blah. What do you think about an e-Golf as an affordable daily in either a Mach-E or the new Q4? I really like the Mach-E. I think they did a good job with it. The e-Golf, it drives really well, but the range is not that great. I mean, you're really limiting yourself, and when you have to pay a decent amount of money to get it anyway, why not just get, like, a Chevy Bolt?
If you're getting an electric car, just get a Tesla, bottom line.
Well, the Tesla's not for everyone. I understand that it's a different sort of, it's more like California-esque driving experience, but it's still, it could do better than the e-Golf. As much as I like the e-Golf experience, it's just not a good value at this point.
But of all the electric vehicles, the Tesla is the best and probably will, especially when it comes to the charging network.
Oh, Sarif said he's got a GT63S. That's pretty awesome. I love the GT63S. That's like one of my favorite cars. Blah, 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 blah. Aw, thanks, Sarif. What is it like compared to the 2022 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid? The Tucson Hybrid's honestly a pretty good car as well. It drives nice. The Tucson Hybrid feels cheaper though. This actually feels decently premium. You got, I mean, like, this is like what you got on the top of the E-Class. It's decent. It's a decent, all a bunch of soft materials.
Should we just do a materials check?
Sure.
Soft. It's soft, but it's kind of a rubbery, plasticky, soft, aluminum, soft, hard. Cool detailing down there though. Hard, aluminum, hard but nice plastic, hard, blank switches, hard, soft.
Yeah. But I mean,
hard when you expect it to be, soft when you expect it to be.
Right, and even like these harder materials, I think it feels well put together. I think there was one. Oh, Moran. At that point, I would just if you're gonna get that from your dog multiple times, I don't know, man. I would not stick around with the dog. Also, this is kind of a neat feature. It's got motion control. It's like a little swipey sound effect. It's a swipey sound effect.
There's a little here. Let me come at the speaker.
Oh, you gotta wait for the sound thing to go away.
Hear that? It's like a waving sound effect. Here, wait. Hold on.
Go the other way.
Yeah, that's silly.
Yeah, most of those these type of motion things are not, even in the BMWs that have had them for years, it's not exactly a super usable sort of thing. Yes, Sarif, I like the Tucson Hybrid. I haven't driven the plug-in though, so I will say that.
Here, can I see that?
Yeah.
This is aluminum right here.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like actual metal aluminum. Of all the places to put aluminum in a car, that's just the weirdest one.
Right. Yeah,
gives it a very sturdy feeling though.
I mean, I guess this one's not too bad. It bugged me for a little while there when Volkswagens were doing this mesh rather than a full blackout.
I don't understand it. It's like you close it to black it out. You open it when you want light.
Right.
You don't really ever want an in between.
Right. I agree.
Should we check out the back?
Sure. This is the trunk.
Climbing in. Move that. See how easy it is to get in. It's a little tight, but once you're in, it's fine.
Aluminum. Yes, aluminum. No, I think it's a fairly comfortable place to be. 5'10", got headroom, a little bit reclined upward, but not awful.
You do have heated seats.
Right, which again, I think is pretty cool for this price point.
Oh, this is a very piece of plastic, which I can't.
I don't think so. I mean, what else do you expect?
Yeah.
It's solid at least. Like it's not like flimsy.
At this price point, you don't expect much more, but
right.
It's pointing it out. It does. Things do start to harden up when you get back here.
Juan Keo, that's a very quick way to get yourself banned. So just let you know, I don't know if you're sleeping on the keyboard, but we're gonna be swinging the ban hammer here pretty quickly. Anyway. So
the aluminum door handles, those are nice. Cup holders, you got some 3 cup holders right here.
It's grippy in there too.
Yeah, grippy too.
Zarif is not happy that we left Alyssa. He said, this is a mistake. Also, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give Pittsburgh as a moderator. Nice. And I'm gonna make sure Alyssa is a moderator too. Yeah, she is. Pitty Man, be as a member, you are now a moderator. Feel free to swing the ban hammer as needed.
These go up and down.
Very easly too. It's
yeah,
nice
very nicely.
Press a button.
Yeah, sometimes it's like to get it up.
Is it?
Oh, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
This is probably the most boring backseat I've been in a while, but it's what you expect.
Yeah, it's functional. And unlike the Mazda 3 hatch, which is not made for people with legs, you can actually have legs in this back seat. It's a nice privilege. Yeah.
It's comfy too, actually.
Yeah. I think sitting upright like this, you'd get tired after a little while. But
yeah.
A Safari, we can give you moderator status here soon if you'd like as well. But Pitty's been in it for a minute. How is the Jetta compared to the Corolla? That's one we haven't really talked about yet, the Corolla. The Corolla feels more like a cartoon character.
I did not like the Corolla.
Yeah. I've never been a big fan of the Corolla. The new one's definitely better, but the Jetta definitely looks and feels more like a grown-up's car than the Corolla does. I feel like if you're a 40-year-old man in a business suit driving a Corolla, you're like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta change something. Whereas I could legitimately see someone, like a businessman, buying an SEL R-Line like this and using it as his daily car and getting away with it. Yep. Cool. Back to the front. Get on the road. Let's do one more walk around for any newbies.
Oh, it's hard getting out though.
I wouldn't get this gray. They make some cooler colors. It's not the worst gray in the world. I'm not a huge fan of gray in general.
I like gray on a lot of cars, but not this one.
Yeah.
I feel like everything with this gray blends in a bit too much.
Yep, I agree. You can get a Jetta in red. It looks really neat.
Yeah, red would look a lot better. It helps spruce it up just a little bit.
You know what I do like? Look at the fog lights. Look how nicely integrated they are in there. They like, you barely even notice their fog lights.
I didn't notice them.
Right? Huh. Cool. Let's get on the road. Pittsburgh Man says, thank you, thank you. I shall rule with grace and honor.
Bless you.
Thank you. And integrity. Zarif, is this the car that you would get in this class? You said exterior and interior is cool and fuel economy is good. Would you pick this over any of its compact sedan competitors? I gotta say, you know the car I would pick over this is the Mazda 3.
I would not.
Really?
Yep.
You don't like the Mazda 3?
I am not a Mazda fan.
Wow, that's like sacrilege.
I realize that.
That Mazda 3 is good. It really is. It's just, for the price point especially. But this is good too, you know? There's just, same thing with the Passat. There's a certain type of buyer for this car.
What's weird about Volkswagen though is usually Volkswagens are not for a specific type of buyers.
They should be though. You know, because like, I just feel like a Volkswagen's for someone who cares a little bit more about mature styling than they do about reliability, but they want really like solid new car engineering. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a decent little ride. So we're gonna spend about another 10-15 minutes or so driving around. If there's anything else you all would like to know or see with the Jetta, let us know. The other car we have this week is the other end of the Volkswagen Group spectrum, the Porsche Cayman GTS. So that's gonna be sweet. The TheTopher's got it right now, and then we're gonna get it from him tomorrow night and have some fun with it. Unfortunately, we are out of town this weekend. I'm going to a Lemons race, 24 hours in Lemons. So we're not going to be able to stream at 4 p.m. We'll probably try to do sometime at 4 p.m. because we don't want to miss out on that Porsche. You know, another thing I noticed with this ride, it's a little floaty.
It is a little floaty.
I think that's a good thing for this type of car.
It does make it feel a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, it's just like, it doesn't need to be glued to the road, like the body doesn't need to be glued to the road. So, you got any comments?
Is the sound system good?
It's okay. For this class, it's not too bad. It's not nearly as good as the Mazda 3's Bose, but I think when we tested last time, I gave it about a 7 out of 10.
And that was by Kevin J.
Okay.
And A Safari, what engine is in the car and how's the fuel economy?
This is a 1.4 liter turbo inline 4. Fuel economy is excellent. On our fuel economy test, we got 47 miles per gallon, and even driving it around here with idling and flooring it, what have we been getting? Let's see. Well, we're down to 44.4, but that's going to be with my fuel economy test. I didn't reset it before this. Since refuel, 26 miles per gallon, and we've been hard on it.
Yeah.
You know?
And will you be reviewing a Porsche an Audi e-tron or a Porsche Taycan in the future?
Audi e-tron, probably not, to be honest. They came out with the e-tron a few years ago. It was kind of a flop. It was kind of garbage compared for the price, I should say. And I don't think Audi's really going to be pushing those in the press fleets anytime soon. Now, the new e-tron GT, maybe. Hopefully we'll be driving one of those here soon. Taycan, hopefully by the end of the year. We've got our first Porsche this week, so hopefully that'll lead us into getting a Taycan soon.
Is this going to be the first Porsche you ever had as a press car?
As daily motor, yep.
Wow.
Had it in my car and driver, but not here. So yeah, it's big. It took a while working with them to make it happen. Anything else?
Have you seen the specs on the Kia KV6?
The EV6?
Maybe, whatever it is. It says, the guy said KV6.
If there is a KV6, no. Or what? Maybe it is called the KV6. Whatever, they just came out with an electric vehicle, and I feel like it's just the same as the Ioniq. But no, I haven't really looked at the specs, so I'll have to check that out. I don't get too excited about cars until they're actually like in my driveway, because manufacturers are just announcing cars these days so early.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like, ooh, F-150 Lightning, you can get one in a year. It's like, okay, great. Tell me about it in a year then. Like,
yeah.
You know, it's just too much of this concept car this and this new EV that. I can't keep track of them all. So I don't care until you can actually go to the dealer and sit in one. Yeah.
It's not as bad as back in the late 2010s when a lot of companies would make these amazing concept cars, blast them all over the media, and then just say, we could make it, but we're not going to.
Like Cadillac, multiple times.
Yes, BMW.
Yep. Yeah. Didn't, I think back in the 2000s,
Cadillac made a V16 car at one point.
I know, yeah, Cadillac made a lot of cool ones. There was some, like Mitsubishi made like some cool concept car or something like that at one point. I can't remember it. Huh. What else?
Nothing at the moment.
Nothing? Alright, cool. We'll go do one more highway run with this. One thing you're not getting with the Jetta that you definitely get with the Civic and with the Hyundai Kia products is a really good active lane keeping system. So you get a Kia Forte or a Hyundai Elantra or the new Civic, and they'll practically just stay in their lane like a Tesla. This, not so much. It's got a very moderate active lane kind of gesture, but no self-driving.
Wow, the Pittsburgh Man says the top trim is claiming 572 horsepower. And it is the EV6, but it auto-corrected to K.
Okay.
572 horsepower.
I mean, that's awesome, don't get me wrong, but horsepower is not going to mean anything anymore soon, because all electric cars are going to be powerful.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so easy to make a powerful EV. So, it's going to be sweet.
Well,
I bet you it's going to be good.
Not if you're Volkswagen.
Well, yeah, not for Volkswagen. Although, they're even going to have the ID4 GTX, which is going to have like 300-something horsepower.
Still hard.
I mean, you say that, but like our Tesla feels really fast, and it's low 300s, I think, in power, or high 2s maybe. So yeah, I mean, nearly 600 horsepower is awesome. But fast forward 5 years, and like every company is going to have like a 600 horsepower EV. I mean, look at the Model S Plaid.
Yeah.
1,000 horsepower.
And the Rimac, I think, is like
2,000.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
The new one.
EcoSport garbage vehicle. Kind of cool wheels on that one.
They look so good.
They're interesting.
And they, you know, the interiors look good too.
Well,
But I still just cannot
Maybe tomorrow you should go test drive one.
I can't convince myself that Ford could make a bad car.
Look at that Land Cruiser. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Or is it an extra? No, it is a Land Cruiser. Yeah. Huh. Cool. Any comments?
Joshua, where is the Jetta made? I think that's a better Google question.
Well, usually it tells us on the window sticker, but unfortunately we don't have a window sticker in this one. I think it's Chattanooga. It's probably a good chance it's Chattanooga, Tennessee. But maybe maybe only their SUVs are made there. I don't know. Anything else?
Nope.
Cool. All right. Well, surprisingly, 2 clean on-ramps.
Let's see.
Let's get that truck a little bit. Control. I mean, this is fairly quiet.
Yeah.
For this concrete highway.
Yeah, compared to the other cars we bring down here.
Exactly. Open up the sunroof. Even that.
It's so tinted.
Seasonally tinted. It's also fairly large as sunroofs go.
Well, it's tinted, so when you close this and open it, you really don't get that much of a light change.
Yeah, you're right. So here, I'll demonstrate the active lane keeping. Are you ready? Ready? It's got green, so I know it sees the lines. Release. Yeah, that's your active lane keeping. So you're not getting that, but fortunately this nice light steering is easy to drive, so not a big deal anyway. So we're gonna get wrapping the live drive up here soon, so if there's any last things you'd like to know or see with the Volkswagen Jetta, let us know.
The Pittsburgh Man donated $2.79.
Hey, thanks Pittsburgh Man. Always love getting that Monopoly money from you.
He said thanks for the live and the promotion.
Cool. Yeah, thank you very much. Update for our members. I shot the sound system test for this car today, so it's a members only sound system test on this Beats Audio, and I got all your requested songs in there. So yeah, pretty good one. It's some good bops. In fact, somebody recommended one. It might have been A Safari. That was really quite good. It was a really good song. I would play it for you, but we'd get demonetized, so can't do that.
A Safari says, should I just YOLO it and spend my money on swapping my 2018 Model S for a Taycan or e-tron GT during a pandemic?
I wouldn't. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Taycan and the e-tron are probably awesome, but as Nathan briefly said earlier, beat the Tesla's charging network. You just really can't. And don't get me wrong, Teslas, they don't necessarily ride the best compared to some of those more luxury cars. They might be missing on a few features, especially if you're a big fan of Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, but you cannot argue that it's just so nice to be able to pull up to a supercharger and you know exactly you plug right in, you do nothing, it just starts working. And yeah, I know Electrify America chargers are getting there, but you never know if it's going to be an Electrify America charger you're getting up to or some other brand that's not going to work as well. So I would stick with the Tesla for now. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, cool. Well, what are your lasting thoughts on the Jetta, Nathan, despite not being behind the wheel?
It's a car. I mean, it's just...
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's good.
It would be tough for me to stomach paying money for this top-level model. I could see paying... Whoops, just flashed people. I could see paying like $23,000 for a more base car. I don't think I'd pony up 30 grand for a Jetta. At that point, you could just get an Accord. But yeah, I mean, it provides just about every feature you'd want.
It's like it's not an offensive car. There's nothing amazing about it. There's nothing horrible about it. It doesn't be. It just exists.
Right. Well, and you're not going to offend anyone with a Jetta.
Yeah.
But you're also not really going to impress anyone. It's the Equinox's cooler color. GM. Cool. Well, let's hop take one last look and make sure we catch up on the final comments.
Kiwi in Interstate says,
Kiwi Interstate.
joining late, hey Charlie, and he summed it up pretty good. The Jetta is just a very meh car, but it's all right.
Yeah, I think it's impressed me a little bit doing tests on it and everything, but overall, I agree.
Martino Bunny says, do you think the Mazda 3 is better?
I think it's better.
I don't. Ace Fry says, yeah, Tesla's charging network is pretty good, and mine has unlimited 3 supercharging, so it'll be smarter to wait with the upgrade.
Yeah, I agree. Is Martino Bunny's full name?
Martino Bunny YTPenis.
He's a member as well. So by being a member, you're allowed to have your bad words read out loud. That would be a great channel perk, is we'll only read your swear words if you're a member.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. Cool. Wait, didn't somebody say something that I wanted to respond to? What were the last few ones? Oh yeah, Kiwi Interstate. Sorry you're joining late, Kiwi. If you can make it at 4 p.m. on Thursday, we'll have the Porsche Cayman GTS. So that'll be fun.
This is a big grill.
It is, you're right, actually. Yeah.
I mean,
It sucks a lot of air.
it doesn't.
But it has a lot of room for air, you know?
Maybe just cooling.
Right. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Keep an eye on the channel for some other cool stuff. Civic hatchback reveal coming at 9 p.m. tomorrow. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks to Nathan for coming along, reading comments. And as always, Charlie from Daily Motor, drive on.